You know Hoda because she's been doing the Today Show for that fun hour where they drink for 11 years. Right. But I know Hoda. I remember back when I was at WBLS. Yeah. And interviewed me. This is back when you were a serious journalist. Yeah. I remember. You know what I remember those days. What was that? Nightline? Dateline. Dateline. Yes. That was back when Dateline was more serious. Yes. I mean, it's still on, but you know, and Hoda had me, and I was like, I have arrived. So, but it's nice to see. I like fun, Hoda. Yes. 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 You're the girl I wish who lived across the street from me. Congratulations on the Today Show. Thank you. It has been a lot of fun. I mean, you know, it's funny. I knew her pretty well and liked her. And I always, if I were to describe Savannah in a word, I would have said smart. And she is that. She's a lawyer and all that stuff. But you know, when you sit next to somebody and you see all the rest, like she's like you're peeling an onion. She's got a vulnerability that I didn't know about. She's got a sense of humor that's hilarious. I'm often like afraid in commercial breaks. Be fired would come back because she has that thing, and I think that you can see it through TV. Yeah, like there's a genuine kind of just a genuineness about her. Were you nervous that you were able to fill that Matt's seat as well as he was doing before everything went down? Yeah, I was. Yeah, I mean, are you still his friend? Yes, yes. I thought it was stuff. You know what? That's why Wendy's Wendy, man. That's why Wendy's Wendy. So listen. Yeah. So. Yeah. Back to the more important thing, sleep. Yes, because you and I are in the same age group. 54? Yes, 54. I know. I'm with you. And sleep is really important. It is, among other things. Yes. So tell me about your routine. You wake up, I heard at 3 o'clock. I wake up at 3. Yeah. I try to do a bunch of, all my morning routine is, I do like a little grateful journal, a cup of coffee, a candle, a little music for 15 minutes. I block. And a lot of stuff. And then after that, at 3:30, I start studying because I have to know stuff when I go to work. So that's when I do that part of my job. Okay. And so that's my morning routine. But I put, Haley's 2 now, and I put her to bed. We'll talk. Okay, but when I put, the great thing about Haley is when I put her to bed, the explorer. It's cute. It's cute. Go ahead. When I put her down, which is usually around 6:30 or 7, I have my meal with Joel, and then clock, babe, lights out. Lights out. Good night. And I love that. I like curling up at that time. So wait, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon that you go to sleep. I wake up at 3 a.m. and I go to bed at 8 at night. So that's my time. But that's a lot, I think. No, it is a lot, particularly because we always say you might be 25, but everything still creaks inside. Everything creaks. And also, Joel, congratulations on keeping that a secret for 6 years. So back when you were on with Kathy Lee, she used to tease you about your love life a lot. I know. And then we were seeing, because the paparazzi are always around in New York, and you're always at places where the paparazzi are. And so I've seen you and Joel. Yeah. So I knew you had something going on. Yeah. How do you keep that going? Well, he is the finest man I've ever met. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Age appropriate. He's everything. Does he have his kids already? Yes. Perfect. Has he been married? Yes. Perfect. Yes. Yes. So he has a grown daughter, and now we have Haley together. And I mean, think about this though. This is a guy who I always wanted to have a child. I wondered if Joel did too. Because you were already deep into your relationship. We were in the relationship. Did you have to go and announce to him? Well, this is what I did. Okay. I was scared because we were about to move in, and I said, I cannot move in with him unless he knows that I have this voice inside, I have this feeling inside that I can't push down anymore. I wanted to be a mom, and so I kept thinking today. So I went to Joel and I said to him, I need to discuss something with you, and it's really important. And I said, and I want you not to answer me now. I want you to marinate. I want you to take a week. Go ahead. Yeah, take a month, as long as you need. And so he looked at me like he was terrified. And I said, there's a feeling inside that I cannot quiet anymore, and I have to say that loud. I'm going to say it. He said, okay. And I said, I want to explore adoption. Go with you. Go. And he said, is he on the papers? He said, oh, wait, because, he said, I don't need a minute. Oh, I don't need a minute. That's what he said.
I don't need a minute. I like cried chest. My mascara was down.
Yeah.
Because in that minute, he knew that there was nothing. Are you going to marry me happier?
They're giving me signs. You're saying you better? Well, not necessarily.
By the way, he's an awesome dad.
Yeah.
And he's going to be with me.
Is he the father in the papers?
He's the father.
Oh, nice.
He's the father.
I mean, whether you get married or not, it seems like he's stuck with you. And why not? You're a good time. Do you like Jenna?
I love Jenna.
Yeah, I like her too. She is she's a whole lot of fun.
I love the picture.
And I've seen her fill in before Kathy left.
Yeah.
I saw her fill in, but I was wondering whether she was going to continue drink show, sitting there every day. She's drinks every day.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I think we feel like if you take away the wine, it sort of signals that the party's over.
Yeah.
And it really, I mean, let's be real. It's kind of a prop. I mean, that's kind of what it's doing there.
Did they ever ask you to take away the wine once you took the Mac chair and all of a sudden because now you're back to straight news in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, girl, after that.
They never once asked us.
Really?
Never once. Because you can, you know what? We're multifaceted.
Yeah.
Aren't we? Yeah. Like, I like hers. I like knowing all that stuff. I like doing that. But I also like this other part of me. It's like, I watch 60 Minutes. I read People Magazine. Like, we are multifaceted.
Do you watch Tobro?
No.
Is it awesome? Do you watch Dr. Pimple Popper?
First of all, we've had Dr. Pimple Popper on. I can't.
It's disgusting.
I can't. Well, I is so into that.
Do you still talk to her?
She's going to be here. Her last day is April 5th.
Okay.
So
Are you happy she's leaving?
No.
I was just trying to say, hi, Kathy. Like, no.
I love it. By the way, she was, I'm going to, I actually don't even like to visualize that day. I don't like to visualize
the purpose going to be going on the mind.
It'll be a Queen's Jubilee, baby.
No, you brought this thing about you, the people who come on your show and the people that you meet. It seems as though you were naturally, organically everybody's friends. So you made this friendship with Jennifer Lopez. She's friends with Jennifer Lopez. Well, so Jen comes on the show and then gives you the challenge.
The no carb, no sugar, no fun challenge.
Yeah. Well, you could have just said no.
Oh my God, how could I?
Lucky Joel.
She asked, I was surprised. She asked Leah Remini, who I don't know if she went on it or not. And I did it for 10 days and I did feel better. I got to say, after I did it, I mean,
it's the devil.
I know. Are you off sugar?
I'm off sugar as much as I do time every bit of sugar in my body. That's
you do.
One. Yes.
Yeah. Because I hadn't felt that good in a while, but Jennifer Lopez is one of those just ageless, cool people.
You want your body to look like that,
don't you?
For the rest of the time.
Can't.
No,
never.
We can only be us.
Never. We can only be us.
All right, regarding your daughter. Now let's talk about it. 2 years old.
She's 2.
How old was she when you got her?
She was a newborn. She was just
0.
She was 0.
Yep.
She was 0.
And so now, turns out Hoda is also friends with Sandra Bullock.
Mm.
And Sandra guides you through the process, kind of, sort of. I love that.
You know, when you look at someone and she's my age and she adopted, and I remembered thinking to myself, I wonder if it's even in my imagination. Did I miss my window? Am I too late? And then I realized, if you want something in your life, you have to say it out loud. You can't keep a secret.
I want a husband.
Say it
I want $1 trillion.
Job you want, or a thing you have, because if you don't verbalize it, there's no. And I remember when I said it out
I wanted this
loud,
doggy.
one of the people I sought out was her, because I thought to myself, just tell me, tell me if this is a real thing. And she said, Hoda, families are always different. There is no box. Don't think you have to have this and this. Meet in your 20s, have the baby. You missed it.
You got it all. And a brand new book. Inspired by your daughter,
little Haley. It's called You Are My Happy. It's just about cuddling up at night and chilling out with her. And I'm just happy to be able to sit with Wendy Williams and say I'm a mom.
Feels good. Hoda is the perfect example of don't give up, because it can all happen, and you could be kind while it's happening. I have a gift for you.
You do?
Well, here at Wendy. It's not much. It's not a car.
Didn't do the shoe cam.
Look, here's for him.
Oh my God.
And then here's for you. How do you do it? How does that feel, everybody? Her new book is called It's available now. We'll be right back.
It might be easy for you in the house and not in your family, but I can't. Is that a threat?
To believe in you, what I need from you is something that you can't get.
Okay. Oh, it's not okay.
Are you really trying to start something? Everything's gonna be different now, ain't it?
You ain't at the door.
All American. Wednesday at 9 on Dayton CW. I'm a Dayton because it's where I love to be.
A vehicle accident can happen in an instant, but the injuries you and your loved ones can last a lifetime. I'm attorney Doug Mann. My firm's been fighting for the rights of injured people for almost 30 years. Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, we can help. Worried about medical loss, wages, pain, and suffering? Call 1-800-INJURED and let us fight for you. We'll have to get maximum cash in minimum time. If insurance companies are denying, delaying, or refusing, call 1-800-INJURED today and get the tiger on your side.
At Menards, nobody beats our prices, so you can save big money on your ideal yard. Check out Menards' new for 2019 landscape blocks. Right now, 16-inch brick base, cobblestone, and lakestone patio blocks are your choice. 2 for $5. Menards has the products you need for a great lawn. Premium crabgrass before it grows. Cover up to 5,000 square feet for $8.95 a bag after rebate. During Menards, think spring sale.
Save big money at Menards. Here,
What's that?
it's Tic Tac Go.
Yum.
Tic Tac Go. More Tic Tac Go?
Refreshing, delicious, fun. Tic Tac gum.
What's that?
It's Tic Tac Go. Try some.
Yum, Tic Tac Go.
More Tic Tac gum?
Refreshing, delicious, fun. Tic Tac gum.
Place New Mexico. Tuesday at 9 on Dayton CW. Be part of the madness at this year's NCAA First Four. Visit DaytonHoopla.com. NCAA tickets.
Look who stopped by. It's our fitness motivating friend, Sean T. The legend. Congratulations on your twin boys.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me tell you guys,
Last time I saw you, you and your husband were expecting them, and so now they're here.
they're here, and let me tell you something. For season 10, everybody, I was like, yo, they miss Wendy. You got us through sleepless nights and sleepless days.
Oh.
I'm telling you, when we turned on Wendy, the boys were like, they know. So we had onesies made. We got, they got their cups. I don't know if you had the picture. They had their cups because they wanted the tea. They missed you. And so now they're 1 year old, 16 months. They just got their new haircuts, and they just are just the love of our lives.
Wow, good for you.
Thank you.
And thank you, boys. So, Sean T is always up to thing to torture us, in my opinion. But it works.
Yeah, this time it's only 20 minutes. So Transform 20 is a 20-minute workout. So if you want to lose weight by the summertime, it's 6 days a week, and I reinvented the steps. So
Is that a lot of sweating? 20 minutes?
Of course, there's a lot of sweating.
Okay.
But I reinvented the steps, so you don't have to wear leg warmers and all that. Sean T has you 3 chapters where you can track your progress and dig deeper.
Okay. All right. And Sean T is always writing books as well. So tell us about the most recent book, because this book's been out for a moment, but it's still doing very well.
Yeah, it's doing good. So Transform 20, Transform 20, that's my workout. T is for transformation. Everything about Sean T, T is for transformation. So it's a book that helps you release your superpowers. Everybody goes through a lot of struggles in their life. And so the first thing, I get emotional when I talk about it, because I talk about a lot of horrible times in my life.
You grew up fat.
Yeah, I grew up fat, and I was sexually abused as a kid.
Yes.
So I talk about the first superpower is getting uncomfortable. Because that was the foundation of life. So if you get uncomfortable, you can transform.
There you go. And this book, everybody, is called T, for Transformation. It's available right now. Studio audience, you're all going home with your book. And Sean's flashback is next. Don't go far. Thursday, we're giving you 5, our hot 5. The 5 hottest things you want to miss out on, so you can be part of the movement. Plus, the best accessories of the season. This spring, you deserve all the pretty things.
Thursday on a new Wendy.
At Papa John's, we've added 6 new pizzas to our handcrafted specialty menu, like the meatball and pepperoni, which means something for everyone. And right now, get any large specialty for just $12. So get all your friends together, or as we call them, taste buds.
Not having a good breakfast can make you feel like you never started. Get going with Carnation Breakfast Essentials. It has protein plus 21 vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D, to help your family be their best. Carnation Breakfast Essentials.
Every day, Zulily brings you something special.
Oh, Chloe, a toy oven.
Chloe.
What?
That's the perfect name for a pastry chef.
A celebrity pastry chef.
For giving her. So what?
Genius.
So what?
Sometimes the pressure of today's world should be tough to take care of. But Nature's Bounty has ways to help you maintain balance and help keep you active and well rested. Because hey, tomorrow's coming up fast. Nature's Bounty, because you're better off healthy.
Get 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 a month at Cricket.
Ooh, someone's having a good hair day. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Red Rover. Send Reese's Pieces over. Introducing new Hershey's Milk Chocolate and Reese's Pieces. Now in one bar.
My ambition is to be the best version of myself in my career and at home.
We know you have unique ambitions. Synchrony is here to help you achieve. We're hiring call center representatives and data with generous benefits like tuition reimbursement, medical coverage for your whole family, and work that doesn't feel like it. Apply at SYFcareers.com or text SYF 6 to 90206.
Synchrony, there are so many opportunities for you.
Brushing only reaches 25% of your mouth. Listerine cleans virtually 100%, helping to prevent gum disease and bad breath. Never settle for 25%. Always go for 100%. Bring out the bold. Get ready to crave Checkers and Rallies because Texas Toast Garlic Bread. 4 of the greatest words ever. Put that toast on 2 patties with all the fixins for a classic double. Or cover it with crispy onions, dripping with sweet, smoky barbecue, then drop the garlic Mike. Because you just won and eat it for only $2.49. New Texas Toast Garlic Bread Doubles. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies, no deal. When you want the local news, there's no easier way than the 2 News app. Navigate easily through local news and information that's important to you, along with breaking news alerts and live streaming newscasts. Download the app for you, absolutely free, with the 2 News app.
She's a college student from Warren, New Jersey. What's your name?
Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Hi,
How you doing? Who'd you come here with today?
I came with you with my lovely mother.
Hi, Liz's mom.
Yes.
I will teach. Here we go. We're going to do star flashback. I'm going to show you a picture of a celebrity, and you're going to have to tell me who it is.
Okay.
Now, we make these kind of difficult. Like, I didn't get this one at all, and I'm good at this. Oh, no. Don't help Liz. She's not going to share her prize. All right? No, let's see the picture. If you need a hint, I will give it to you.
Oh my gosh, I need a hit.
Okay. She is the highest paid actress on TV. She's very, very funny. She talks.
Amy Schumer. Not Amy Schumer.
Married to Joe Manganiello?
That Silver. Damn, I didn't recognize her at all.
We'll be right back. Thanks, Joe.
Can your hair survive damage? Dove Conditioner proves it can. It
one brush with Dove conditioner and expose both to damaging conditions. The difference is clear. Dove Intensive Repair Conditioner for smooth, touchably beautiful hair.
Like, where the hell did I get this from? Where the hell did I get this from? Top window treatment.
She queen, you know she never leave, baby with my she never trip a thing.
Walgreens, battle beautifully.
Tara's family uses Gain Flings now. Her laundry smells more amazing than ever.
Isn't that the dog's towel?
You know, I need to find my thing for my thing.
Suit towel.
My thing for my thing. For my. I'm not gonna say anything to him. Okay, here's the thing too. Guy, you know, okay, so he put a note on my car, so I contacted him. We started talking. Actually, he said to me,
Better than a man who can sing. Wyclef Jean dropping the surprises.
I love Wyclef Jean.
So much in girl chat.
So I said,
My husband is 7 years older and I like to learn. It's something new.
Today at 2 on WCW. I hear you're telling people to call my.
well, I talked to the mortgage people. It was not positive, but I knew that. Like, I knew that at the beginning. I'm going to have to do something else, you know?
Ways to lose stubborn belly fat. The chili pepper sweat out. Not cool. Freezing away fat cells with cool sculpting. Now that's cool.
This damn, this. It was stuck under the wheel of the, stuck under the wheel of my chair. They're gross. Throw them out. I know you're looking at them, but you're not, well, maybe you can lick them. Maybe you'll lick them. Maybe the cat will lick them.
Attorney Kevin Atkinson. Now that's doggone smart.
I got cans. That's so sweet. Let me put it on mute because this is disturbing me. And there's something in commercials too. Oh, so, Jesus Christ. And my book. I'm not finding my book. Jesus. I think it could be in the car. So here's the thing. I was going to put in an offer on this land and, well, anyway, I'm not even going to go into it. My pills. Oh.
No. I'll give y'all a little view of what she has.
No, this is about you.
Okay. Well, she got me in a burgundy fur clothes,
Uh-huh.
a denim jumpsuit,
Cute.
a white
I like the
blouse,
jumpsuit.
black booties, some red pop earrings. You know, gotta pop.
You gotta be popping. And I love the hair, I love the makeup and the earrings. And here's your diva fan, and we'll be right back.
Oh, that's cute.
Breathe in.
Lavender.
This scent of Tuscan fields could only be the powerful cleanse Clorox Sentiva.
Ooh.
Green like gold. That's all I busy? That's an understatement. You just never stop going. But you know how to be busy. Show busy boss. That's why at Kohl's,
I feel crappy. I feel like I look crappy.
and we reward.
I think my skin doesn't look bad, actually. For like nothing on it. Ugh. So, Sugar Daddy
People are denied Social Security disability and
was supposed to do something yesterday, and they didn't. Also, I had said that I want to get to 88 pounds. He said like it was too small. You know what? I don't need your opinion of it, of me. You know, I don't need your opinion. And also, he said that we were going to do something. You know, he said do something. So I wasn't necessarily waiting. I had expected like some contact, and there was none. But then he sent a message that said that he's going to bed, good night, X's and O's. And I didn't respond. And I'm not going to respond for like several days. He had said too that he doesn't burn bridges. So, okay, let's see him not burn this bridge. To be like 100% honest, though, like and what, I haven't seen him. I think someone's fire alarm is going off. Someone's fire alarm is always going off. My friend, this is another thing. My moved. They had a month, or legally they had a month, but the landlord said that manager said that they could have until they found somewhere else, which was really nice. But they also said that they were not going to give them a positive reference, even though they were late. And I knew, this is back to my thing, I knew that I was going to have to do something unconventional. So I just got verified that I'm going to have to do something unconventional. So I just need to do it.
Listen, they're from Long Island, they're from Brooklyn, they're from Hartford, and they're from Texas. Where are you? Grab your personality and get ready to have some fun. Do one of my codes. The tickets are free. Go to wendyshow.com. I guarantee you a good time, right? Be right back.
I need the icy game all the
If you're living in Ohio and covered by Medicaid, here's something important to know. Now you could get even more health benefits than you already have. It's the United Healthcare Dual Complete Plan. And since you have both, you may be eligible for it. Call now to talk with us to learn more. Medicaid gives you benefits, and Medicare gives you some too. But a Dual Complete Plan can add even more benefits and features compared to original Medicare. You'll have lots of doctors and hospitals to choose from, prescription drug coverage, and other important benefits, like $2,000 towards dental services, including routine exams and cleanings, tooth extractions and crowns, and 10 and chiropractic. You'll even get a health products with credit you can use to shop for everyday things. You can use it at your local Walgreens and choose from thousands of additional health and wellness products, or shop from home by catalog. Phone. Best of all,
put it on mute. Oh gosh.
From the hit show Star, actress Ryan Destiny Hits the Couch. I love you for watching.
is here. The real starts now.
Damn, she's big.
All right. Who is ready for some girl chat? Yes, let's do it. So ready. First up, we've all heard the phrase sisters before misters, right? Yes. So glad to hear that you guys know how that goes. Okay. Would you still abide by that code if your sister was cheating on her mister? A recent article, Cosmo, asked if it's a homegirl's duty to cover for their cheating girlfriend. One reader said that while they feel uncomfortable lying, they do it because hopefully it'll only be temporary. However, the person said they refuse to because if she got caught, you could be caught too as her accomplice. So ladies, would you be willing to lie and ride or die? Oh, we got some accomplices in the audience.
I feel horrible for saying this, you guys, but I think it would depend on how close I am with the girl.
Yes.
And if he was a jackass.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my God.
So if he was like a horrible human being, then I would be like, yeah, I would help her out. However, I would kind of give him a little warning. I would say like, you better love my girl or someone else will. Give him a little something.
Yeah. To what extent would you help her? Like, would you cover for her if she said she was going to be somewhere else other than where she really was?
I feel horrible for saying this, but
yeah. Same. I feel like if she was in a really bad situation and I saw that this was maybe some light at the end of the tunnel for her, and again, it has to be that this is a real, this is a guy that's cheated on her.
Has anybody done it before?
Yeah, when I was a teenager, for sure.
Tamara? Tamara?
Have I helped someone?
Have you covered before?
I did, but I didn't know what I was doing. And then once I discovered, like, hang out with me because okay.
Oh, you were used.
Oh yeah.
I was used.
But I love that person, and I just took one for the team. So
yeah. Now let me tell you, I was.
And I already did cheat on her before.
Yes.
So I'm just,
did it ever end up coming out? And did your name ever get attached?
Yes, it did.
What happened?
I got blamed with her, but I took the responsibility. I took one for the team, and
did he get mad at you?
Yeah.
And what'd you say to him?
Okay, sorry.
Are they still together today?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Are you cool? Are you guys good?
I'm cool.
But don't feel bad, Tam, because guys do this all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay.
You know what?
You're not owning it like, oh, you feel so bummed about it.
You know, but when guys do it, they don't do it as well as we do it. Okay?
That is
So you can usually catch a guy quicker.
Yeah.
You know, and of course his friend. You can catch his friend quicker.
Totally.
Whereas I think women are a lot more smarter when it comes to covering this.
More smarter.
Women are smart
Right.
in these streets.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? We think things through 10 steps ahead. They think it through 2 pumps ahead.
Yeah.
They're not thinking this all the way through. Okay, what is the effect going to be? What is the, what? They don't think it through. Let me tell you, for instance, I actually would be helpful with a friend if she's actually did.
Yeah.
But I'd have an issue if she's going to stay and continue to be
right.
a liar, and then you're going to have me looking crazy to that person. No, sweetheart. If you actually have and it's a real exit plan, then I might be able to help you. But if that's not the goal,
I'm having a problem. Okay, go ahead.
Don't tell me. You want to say it? Okay, I'm just going to say what I would have a problem
problem, not that I would have a problem helping, I would have a problem with you doing something that is beneath your worth. To me, all my friends, you're better than that. You're stronger than that. If you ain't happy, you can book from this. You ain't get him. Yeah. So I would be more the one to convince you, like, why you got a front for him? Why does he get this side of you? Why did he get any chance of saying that you cheated, you were a liar, that you were just honest, or a worthwhile person?
Who the fuck cares?
You ain't that. You a queen. Why are you playing these child games? That's me. I'm right there with you. That's what I'm saying. If you actually are leaving, you need to like actually make the plan to leave. You cannot continue. Like, this is not a lifestyle.
Well, what if it?
Whatever.
No, that's what I'm saying. What if it's not because he's cheating? It's just she just want to cheat.
Oh, then I'm not supporting that. And if it's a good guy, then I would honestly tell my friend,
You need to work that out.
you need to work that out, and you're
Yeah.
making a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
what you don't
whatever.
realize is that
From the queen of cheaters.
you're only thinking about this for how you feel right now. You're not thinking about this long term, how this is going to hurt you.
Right.
It's going to hurt him. It hurts your character. of who
Right.
you are as a
That's the
person.
part.
And cheating is cowardly.
Yeah.
Like you said, at the end of the day, it's cowardly. If you're not going to do the right things to actually make that huge change in your life, which means I'm going to have a conversation with you that says, I'm unhappy, I don't, then you're being a coward and you're trying to have your cake and eat it too.
Yes.
And I can't stand by that.
I just stay out of grown folks' business. That's what I
So you okay?
Look at my baby. Look at my baby.
What if you got caught in this situation? Like we had the
I would fess
conversation.
up. I would fess
You
straight
would
up
tell
like
him.
He was such a baby.
Yeah.
You was such a baby.
You go down, they all going.
All going down because it's not right.
Come here, baby dog.
Hold on. Yeah,
Come here, baby. You was such a baby then. Come here. Little Jingles.
Have you ever told, on someone, seeing someone cheat, and then going to that person, be like, yo, I saw your man, like, da da da, and then they get mad at you? That's why I don't do it.
That's why I don't
I
cover
hate
for
that.
people.
Yeah. Okay. Because let me tell you, if I know, trust me,
She know.
Got
She
it.
know.
She
Okay.
knows.
Well, someone who's had to deal with her fair share of cheating with her husband, Offset, is Grammy award-winning rapper Cardi B. Cardi recently
She's an
opened up
idiot.
to Harper's Bazaar in their March issue about how she and Offset are taking things slow, getting back together, and how they're working on repairing their trust. However, there is one thing Cardi refuses to do with Offset: see a therapist. Cardi revealed that begged her to go to marriage counseling, but she says it's not going to happen. Cardi said, quote, "Nobody makes my decisions about my life but me. There's no counselor or nothing that could make me change my mind."
Wow.
I know,
that's
interesting. So, ladies, do you agree?
It's not interesting. It's
that
ignorant.
being a marriage counselor would be a major invasion of privacy?
I don't get in grown folks' business. But after reading about them, I think her thing is she know what the issue was, and he knew what the issue was, and she checked him, and now they doing okay. And so sometimes that's what happens. You don't necessarily need a counselor if you have your own method of fixing.
That is
it. And
true.
I think that's what she's.
If that's the case, then that's amazing that they're working it out. For any person out there in general, though, who isn't open to therapy, that concerns me only because therapy doesn't necessarily mean that they have to weigh in and you have to make a decision based on whatever
They're
the
telling
therapist
you
says.
what to do.
Therapy is for people in general to learn the art of communication and to open up and to be able to whatever's going on in here. Because whatever's going on in here, if you let it fester in here, it could funk, it could rot, and it could come out in different ways in your actions that you didn't intend. And so I just think therapy is smart for people. For anything, it's to listen to each other speak and to voice your opinion so that you clear the air for yourself. You get healthy inside.
It's always nice. That's very true. It's always nice to have a third party involved that is not involved, with your life. And sometimes on the outside, they can see a better perspective on what's going inside. Sometimes when you're in it, you can't, really see it. I'm a big advocate for, therapy. I studied psychology, so maybe it's just something that I truly love. But marriage counseling was very important for Adam and I before we got married. I think, you should definitely, really love the counselor, respect, the counselor, and make sure that the counselor has both of your needs in consideration. And there was one thing that my counselor told me that just stuck with me, and I'm happy we did it. But he said, sometimes marriage is hard, and I love to be honest from the get-go. And he said it's really important. How sometimes you build walls when you have an argument. It's really important not to build a wall so high of bricks
that you can't, tear it down. So when you have an issue, you have to hit it head on and deal with it right in that moment. So you don't feel, it doesn't build walls. Yes.
Yeah, I think it, but like I said, in the case of Cardi, she's very outspoken already. I think she's a very open person. So I think that's the reason why she's saying nobody else should get
She's
it.
not intelligent.
She understands where she wants to be. And so far, it's working for her. So, I commend her for, even open and say, no, we're not going to go. We're going to work this out together. Sometimes you got to know what's happening with your man. If both of you are honest, knowing both of them. I think they're being.
Therapy only works when both parties are open to it.
Exactly.
If one is shut down,
and it was impressive to me that Offset wanted it.
I know, but I thought.
He's phenomenal.
If that's true, that's
he's
amazing.
a phenomenal young man, But like I said, I think those temptations that are happening, he's got to catch those temptations, and I think that's I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm here for therapy, and I totally think that is a helpful thing. I think gives you great tools to handle certain hard moments in your marriage. But I also believe that you can't rely on therapy to fix things.
Totally not.
Like I can't rely on therapy if I'm in a marriage with somebody that I'm not in love with and they're not in love with me. I don't think there's any phenomenal therapist in the world going to make me fall madly in love with somebody that I'm just not in love with.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
It gets weird, people.
Absolutely. You don't want it to get weird. Speaking of your man, it's great if he's making frequent deposits at the bank, right? We like that. Unless, of course, he's doing it at a sperm bank. A recent post on Pop Sugar's Circle of Moms asked an interesting question. If your husband or partner wanted to donate sperm, would you be okay with this? Why or why not? What? No? All right, Sam. Okay. User said she'd be okay with it if it went to someone they knew. Other users didn't want any unknown kids of their man running around in the streets. So ladies, would you be okay with your man making this a charitable donation? Yo, they're mad stingy with their sperm. Dang! So stingy.
Don't nobody want no community daddies.
There are people out there that need it.
I know, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
I'm very possessive over my man's sperm. I would seriously, no. And I'm such a mother that I would find my way to that sperm and become a mother to that. That's just who I am. I wouldn't want that.
Can you
want little
imagine?
half Adams around there if I'm not the mom.
See, I don't think that's terrible. I feel like I married a man who I think is like really talented and gifted and smart. He's very healthy. We need more of those kind of people in this world.
So you don't mind sharing?
I wouldn't. Okay, and I also recognize fertility issues, and I would not be upset at it. I do think it is very important to protect
the identity.
I think that would be.
Would you ever wonder? See, that's my thing. Like,
I
what they're doing, what they become.
You see one that look like Adam, be like, "Ooh, is that him? Is that?"
I swear. Yes, bro. And Israel has very signature traits. Like their kids have beautiful eyebrows, thick, luscious hair, and like their caramel skin.
And then he knew that though.
He comes out with drum kit, guitar, and some piano skills.
Yes.
But I feel like there are people, like, if you ever had any girlfriends that really needed that or looking for
Wait.
I've had girlfriends that needed sperm donors. Yeah.
So you would donate your husband's
to your girlfriend? Not to my girlfriend.
Okay.
That's awkward because I'd be able to see the child.
Yeah, that would be weird.
I would be like Tam. I want to become a mother to that child. I'd want to be in their life for sure.
Okay.
I froze my eggs, and unless if I don't use them, I for sure want to sprinkle them out and give them out to some people. I think it'd be dope to have more genies up in this street. I feel, oh my God,
healthy.
I like me. I think it would be really cool because I don't know. I think what you said, but on a personal level, I just think honestly, like, I'm so thankful for what my parents put inside me. I'm thankful for the way I think.
Kind of funny. Maybe I'd take a baby genie.
Need or to help them complete a family. I think I would be doing a great job. Service of getting that.
Why don't you freeze your eggs?
Why did I? Just in case, because I know I never want to say never. So I did it because I just want in case something
happened. We said 5 seasons. I'm never gonna have kids. But how many do you have? Do you know if they're boys or girls? Yeah, I have 11. Oh, no, she has 11. I have 11 eggs. They're so cute, you guys. Oh my God.
Almost at a dozen.
Yeah, I know. She has 11 eggs, but they're not boys or girls yet.
Oh, yeah,
they
because
haven't
you have
been fertilized by sperm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Adrian knows
They're
something.
eggs, they're not embryos. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he has 11 of them, you guys.
Okay. When do you think you might get them up?
When was the cutoff? I don't know. Look at, like, it's really weird. After you turn 40, I'm telling you guys, it's a magic age. Something is beautiful. If you really spend the time, like, get excited about your 40s. Spend all the time giving it, because when you get to that place, all of a sudden, because your heart is full and you're healthy, and you've learned how to love yourself, all of a sudden you're open to love in so many different areas.
So maybe in 5 years,
So
we have a little.
Who knows? No,
who knows? That's what I'm saying. Go give yourself 5 years. When you hit 45, because you guys do know that these babies are currently sitting in a freezer and you pay freezer rental.
Yes.
Did you know 45? Will you give them to Lonnie?
Yeah, but I got it. Oh my God, Lonnie, that'd be so good. We can make a little blazing.
On this show, we have to take
I'd take him.
Get ready for the tea.
Because we got Cynthia Bailey with an exclusive sneak peek of this season's finale. You ready to go?
Plus, gonna get our steal. Check this out, you guys.
Get it.
You better go around, get
This is Jerry. Jerry has membership to this gym, but he's not using it. And he has subscription service he doesn't listen to, and 5 streaming video services he doesn't watch. This is Jerry learning that he's still paying for this stuff he's not using. He's seeing his recurring payments in Control Tower, Fargo mobile app. This is Jerry canceling a few things. Booyah. This is Jerry appreciating the people who made this possible. Oh, there they are. This.
Now that kids can turn boxes of
Mute the commercials. Oh, knit and crochet, yeah.
Woman's knot is also called by popping my finger into it, but you can use your thumb.
You can use your thumb.
Let me show you. Thumb and first finger to hold them apart. Now, the reason we're apart is so that then we can work into it. So with a normal lover's knot, you would make a single crochet and pull it through. But with this, I'm going to now insert it back into the 5-chain ring. Now I'm using a smaller hook because we want the knots to be quite. So I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Now I'm going to do one more of those on this tiny little sample. So we're pulling up a chain, 1/2 inch, pull the yarn through, but don't let them get together. So separate the loop and the strand, and then we're going to pull up a loop in there and pull up a loop here. Now, like in most things circular, 3 loops, pull through all. In most things circular, we usually start with about 12 stitches. Did you see that? That wasn't 12, but we usually start with 12 stitches in the center. So 12 stitches there for you. And I'm just going to join with a slip stitch. Actually, I lie. I'm going to do one more extended lover's knot. And I'm going to join in there and pull up a loop because the spiral is going to go around and around. The important with it going around and around, we have to know where the beginning is. So I like to get a locking marker and put in that last stitch.
Okay.
Now it's time to do this. So pulling up a loop.
Lord and Taylor.
Working into the loop and working back into the stitch, and you can see the hem of the stitch there. It looks like a half double, probably because we've got 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. And now we're going more in that.
Okay.
Because now we're going to do 2 stitches in each stitch, all 4 at the end. Now you're going to follow the increases
according to the pattern all the way through. Some rows you don't have an increase, some rows you do have an increase. But I don't think you'll find that hard. I'm just going to do one more stitch because this really is a little bit different. So I'm going to pull it up 1/2 inch. Now this time around I'm holding it with my and my first finger. You can do it with however you can to hold them apart. Pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up 3 on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. One more. Three on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So you can see here, spot there, 2 in that spot there, and you keep going to go around. You're going to go until the beret looks like this, a flat circle. And you can stretch it in different directions because it's a really an elastic stitch. We're going to measure that. That is 11 rounds. And it should be 10 inches. So you just take your tape measure, measure it. If it's a bit bigger or a bit smaller, it doesn't really matter. But that's just the normal circumference before you start your decreasing. And now it's time for me to decrease. You can see our marker. Elongated side. 2. It feels a bit fiddly, but it comes up so quickly.
Feels a bit fiddly.
Now we're ready for another decrease. Pull up a loop. Search.
I was like physically just out of it. I had to sleep, so there was no way, and I couldn't talk with bronchitis and pneumonia. That you guys wouldn't like that anyway. Yeah, no, I can say like 2 words and like it would not be fun.
I guess it won't work for some people.
No,
you have to take a break for this more real.
I have a straight section here, and they're just single ones. A single one, another single one, into a single one. And it's exactly the same stitch as you've done all the way through, except that it just looks different. Beret, I like a beret to sit down over my ears and keep them cozy and warm. And that's great, except that then it can hang over your eye. So what I did was I just grabbed some of the, and there's 4, and I just stitched them, folded it. Let me just show you that. Folded it up and stitched it. And that's for just one side. The other side I need a little feature, so I did a flower. And it's a little bit different sort of flower, not too floral. I like my flowers with a little square in it. Let me show you how to do it. I'm going to start with a 5-chain ring. And I'm going to chain 1 instead of doing the traditional chain 3. And I'm going to work 20 double crochets in
crochet.
Now, I know you know how to do a double crochet, but let me run through it just in case. Yarn over the hook, insert it into the ring, pull up a loop, 3 on the yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So we're going to make 20 of these, and luckily, I have one I prepared earlier. So I've done 20 double crochets into the ring. Now chain 1, and I'm going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch. 1, 2, single crochet, a hook, pull up a loop, 2 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, do that again. Going to work that all the way around. I'm just undoing this petal here so that I can show you how it's done. So we have 20 double crochets, 40 single crochets, and to do a petal, we do 1 single crochet, chain 4, and a treble, which is 2 wraps We're going to do 7 of these. 1, and again 2 rounds. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and turn around.
Let somebody know.
No, not at all.
So when Cheryl arrived at work and pulled into the KFC parking lot,
I saw Robin's car. I thought, where did she think I wasn't trading it? Why was she here?
Cheryl crept through the open KFC. Everything seemed in order. Until she entered the
And as I came around the corner, I looked, and I thought, yeah. And I looked closer. I thought it didn't
Нас было как-то ужасно, вонючее, просто ужасно. А потом мы набухали. Говорит, блин, девочка, есть ли у нас еще хоть что-нибудь? У нас есть бургер. Полиси. Нормально выпили, вообще хорошо зашел.
Look, frankly, Robin had murdered in what appeared to be It was just a piece of foam rubber. We kind of speculated that it came from some padding. Whatever it was, wherever it came from, a serious piece of foam wasn't much to go on. So now Kim, the eldest, Wendy, the youngest, heard at school that Robin had been stabbed.
Did she die? Because I was trying to still survive. But no, she's dead.
Krisha didn't hear a thing.
I had dressed up for Halloween, and I was wearing Robin's like suit costume, and I looked down, and I saw clothes, and I lost it.
Your baby's mama.
Was like, get it off me. I know that I was screaming that I needed to be freaked out.
Time doesn't wait. Darkness fell. Looking for something to go on. All we came up
Rob's co-worker, Cheryl, remember something. Coming up. Only trying to be the one. You were here, and did you know anything about what happened to Robin? The Dateline continued.
Hey, no car. I can't afford that after my accident. Sounds like you need a quote. Step in the mile. Monthly payments are low, and the biggest proof of insurance. Get your anonymous online quote and ride with the jet. Yeah.
You went your life crazy song. compare the photographs will have. Feel the strength of new life over.
Да нет, да это другой. Мы открыли просто. Приходите, а потом. Алкоголь не пропадет никуда. А еще есть какая-то рыбочка срочь. Прям
Расслабьтесь, это не даст. Держи. Составьте список того, что вы хотели сделать. Хотите поговорить вперед, запишите. Если хочу память, я не одобряю, но записывайте. Я знаю хорошо. Ищите других поддержек.
So now the four sisters were three.
They lost. 16 don't have the capacity to really understand grief. Or grief that comes from your best friend, that person that you prove that you
Да, я на свои похороны опоздаю.
Прошу, не повторите, что придется уйти.
Буду тишить.
The hardest thing Ben and I was to imagine who would do such a thing. Why?
Я Скай. Чего делаешь, Калвин? Шутки упражнения льва?
Ну, вообще, да.
Beyond that
Дай списать.
Список перед смертью.
Я слегка неразборчива в вопросах платежей.
Прости мое лицо, я
подмигнула тут. Переменки конец. За работу.
It appeared this was not the work of a random stranger.
Чего ты?
не знаю, что писать.
Да что хочешь, всем пофиг. Ты же умираешь. Только без клише типа поплавать дельфин. И не Диснейленд. Я там была, там дерьмово. 1000 умирающих детей. Ты там не особенный. Даже Микки Маус убой. Девушка есть? Парень? Но кто-то нравится. Может. И когда ты...
Уже.
Ну и?
Ты можешь от меня отстать?
Назови ее имя, Дуду.
Называй меня так.
Дело тебе запретить. Иногда я так злюсь и срываюсь. Все это нечестно, вся жизнь должна быть впереди.
600 receipts were
Да я прикалываюсь. Дай сюда.
left behind by the killer. There were no scratch marks, as if someone tried to pry the
Для
safe.
начала сойдет.
Attempted to open the safe after
Пригласи клиента на свидание.
That was the
Молодцы,
plan.
ребята.
Something
Пока,
like
Галвин.
Спасибо, да, спасибо. Молодцы.
it seemed to you as if he had gone there.
Как ты? До сих пор рад.
That he
Я в курсе, что это группа поддержки сектора.
Давай, черт побери. Энди.
Я опаздываю на работу.
Да ладно, секунду всего. Просто толкни его или типа того.
It was after hours. The KFC was closed. She was
Да ну не так же. Давай, тащи его.
Who was good?
Галвин. Потише. Отстойно. Твердая тройка. Понимаю тебя. Полная хрень.
William was Marshall, a former KFC assistant manager who worked alongside Robin for several months. He was young, just 23, ambitious, known to be friends.
Эй,
Robin,
ты выродил.
did he know anything about her murder?
Я смотрю, сколько чуть покажу.
But it would take detectives some 23 years to find out just what. The night before Halloween.
Я что-то почувствовал.
Hurry up. The days finally feel like it's heating up, and then it stops cold. The daylight continues.
Может быть, что-то с тобой все хорошо. Проходимые симптомы, испытываешь боль, дискомфорт, я верю тебе, но это не показатель рака. Но бородавка, она не сменилась в прошлом году. Еще чтобы убедиться, больше нечем. Твои проблемы не физические. Я думал, что группа поддержки позволит тебе все проанализировать. Я не выдумываю. Ясно? Да, я не ипохондрик. Журнал симптомов.
Improving the situation. So just what you're doing in terms of saying, it is what it is. I'm going to be self-reliant, do everything I can. What's your effort look?
For the first few years, it was a 10. But lately,
Пригласи клиента на
What I
свидание.
get at this point is that you are very angry, that you are very frustrated, and that you absolutely hate being the burden on the people you're around. They have to do things. They have to work. They have to, everything from your bathroom habits to feeding you, to dressing you, they have to turn you in the night, and that you're just a burden to everybody around you, and that you absolutely hate that, and you hate yourself for that. Am I missing anything?
you got it.
You still got it? And it's painful at times as well. So you have to meditate for that. You think I get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then don't ever tell me again.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right? Now, what,
To be able to hear that and move on, just know like, hey, I know how you're feeling. You don't ever say it again. We can move on and focus on other problems. That what you just did was a really big step for us.
yeah, I want it to be a big step, because like I said, I've been doing this a long time, and people get in this circular where it's over and over and over and over and over, unless you think I'm really stupid or have a bad memory. You don't have to tell me that once. Now let's talk about something else. You may think, well, he's not very sympathetic. No, I'm not. I'm not sympathetic. I'm empathetic. I am empathetic. I get it. I hear it. I did my homework. I did it. What I want to do now is change it. And that's what we're going to talk about next. We're going to find out why Harley's mother says she needs to leave Bailey and start living her own life. And you're going to find out why I disagree. We'll be right back.
Is definitely trapped in this relationship. The problem with Bailey is not that he's a quadriplegic, it's just that Bailey is an ass.
At Papa John's, we've added 6 new pizzas to our handcrafted specialty menu, like the meatball and pepperoni, which means there's something for everyone. And right now, get any large specialty for just $12. So get all your friends together, or as we call them, taste buds.
Monster Jam Triple Threat Series, presented by official partner America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses. Get a free ticket on purchase at America's Best. Tickets start at $15. Coming to US Bank Arena, March 30th and 31st.
It's Emerson Ball.
I've been there. I had a TV service with hardly any sports in 4K. Couldn't see any of the quality details. I switched to TV. Now I get the most live sports in 4K.
So how does that help me?
You know what? It really doesn't. I don't know why I told you that. Go get them, Floyd.
Live sports that aren't in 4K are just Honda TV. Switch from Dish and get a $100 reward card. Don't just Honda TV, DirecTV.
At Value City Furniture, we know great moments deserve great furniture. Shop the spring coupons, save $100 off every $1,000 you spend store-wide, or enjoy 36 months special financing only at Value City Furniture.
For tasting more.
Encore. Oh.
Goggles!
That was awesome. When you have one of those down to a science, there's Encore.
We may be able to prevent Alzheimer's, but only with your help. New Horizons Clinical Research is seeking volunteers for a clinical research study to prevent the onset of Alzheimer's. If 60 and 75 and have not been diagnosed with memory impairment, you could join the fight. Qualified participants will receive testing for a gene linked to Alzheimer's disease and receive an investigational medication.
Так что, через год вернешься в колледж? Не знаю. Я об этом не думал. Думал, сбежишь через полгода работы. Не устраивает эта работа. Смены по полдня, не по сильно. Ладно, спокойнее. Тебя все устраивает. Оставайся сколько хочешь. Он ничем не болен. Нет, ты тратишь деньги на лечение болезней, которых нет. Спасибо за ужин.
Эшли, у него ведь хотят вечеринку. Вечеринка? Будто призрака увидели. Давно тебя здесь не было. Была занята. Умирание отнимает кучу времени.
I've seen that
I reckon
for a while.
I guess mine just because whenever I'm trying to get through to her, like how she's treating me and she doesn't understand, I guess that's how I resolve, is just to being mean. Try to get it through her like she's being mean to me. I guess I feel like the only way to get it across to her is being mean to her.
And when she doesn't leave, I go, well,
I guess that is kind of,
she passed the test. I can't run her off no matter what I say to her. Hell, I can spit at her and she won't leave.
Yeah,
so how do you go? I guess she does love me. I guess she does want to stay. Now, Kim says her daughter Harley needs her life back. Really consumed here, and she needs to get her life back. Let's hear what Mom says.
Harley and Bailey's relationship is volatile, stressful, and unfair. The problem with Bailey is not that he's a quadriplegic, it's just that Bailey is an ass.
My relationship with Kim, honestly, we don't have much of one.
Bailey is mad and takes out his anger on her. Harley calls me often crying, but when she's angry, that's when I tell her, well, look, you need to tell him to just kiss your ass and hit her throat.
Saying that my mom doesn't support me and Bailey, I need somebody to say, you can do this. It's a great life you can have together.
Harley knows how I feel about the relationship. She does know. Harley was a laid back, happy girl. She's not the person she was before Bailey. Now she has a real high anxiety. She's on medication. She's locked down.
Harley's mom is continuously criticizing her for her weight.
Harley is definitely trapped in this relationship. He told her that if she leaves, she's going to go to a nurse. She feels sorry for him, and I think he's done that to her on purpose, so she'll stay.
Well, Kim is now joining us on Polycom. So, Kim, thank you for listening to what we've been talking about so far, right?
Yeah.
Fair behavior.
Okay, and you're concerned that your daughter has bitten off more than she can chew here, and that you're seeing it consume her now. Weight loss, medication, starting to deteriorate in her health. You're certainly taking a toll already, right?
Absolutely.
And you against Bailey because he's in a wheelchair. You're just upset with the way he is in the wheelchair.
I'm not upset with the weight in the wheelchair. I think he's treating hard.
Well, that's what I mean. The man with his personality, the way he treats her, how he's coping with that, how he's handling that.
Right. He's not handling it well at all.
And would you just really not ill-equipped to handle it, and therefore doesn't really know how to be a partner to someone in this situation, and that she can learn some skills and abilities in life as well?
Absolutely.
And that's what we're talking about here at this point, other than a little part-time help that gives you a little bit of a, which he resents you for.
Yeah.
You basically full-time down the okay. Now, maybe the first is we're going to have some discussion about that and figure out what makes it okay. But you're going to need to make a choice for him, and you're going to need to make a choice. You can be his son, or you can be his lover. You can't be both.
That's over. This won't work. It won't kind of not work. It won't work.
Which team are you on, man? Which team are you on?
Or she puts them in the dishwasher. So what does the dishwasher do? Cascade Platinum does the
This has been on all day and it's 89%.
the first time.
Stupid.
Cascade Platinum.
Stupid. I mean, the whole day.
We hit them somewhere you'll never find.
Whatever.
Psych! We put them everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas
I know.
stations, bowling
I'm gonna go with you, man.
alleys,
Let's go. Hold on a minute. Let me see what these people are doing. Okay, we'll
The
go.
man is still alive. We need to find him before he finds her.
Someone gave me a thumbs down. Well, fuck you.
Chases on.
Fucker.
LA. To win 1 million,
Clicks.
just run 1 mile. There's only one catch. Don't get caught. Executive producer LeBron James. Victory is only a mile away. $1 million mile premieres March 27th. Bob Evans is always
I know.
ways to get a great meal.
I'm like, what am I watching? I was watching Channel 2. Okay.
$5,000 in credit card debt. You have the right to let us settle that debt for a fee of what you owe. That's
Okay, so I'll tell you how I feel. Get him. Get him. Get him. Go. He's used to it now. He's like, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Come here. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come here. When I'm talking to you. When I'm talking to you. Ooh, that butt. Ooh, ooh, look at that butt. Look at that. Look at them hips. Look at them little dog hips. Mr. Shea Butter. Mr. Shea Butter. You don't like shea butter. I know. I know. Let me put on some damn socks. And oh God. Yeah. Yeah. I need my pep pills.
Before Halloween.
It's 3:30.
October 1985, Halloween. Once the Hoynes house would have been festive. Not anymore. They closed the door, turned out the lights. Just the word Halloween unleashed a wave of grief. The investigation into Robin's murder was stalled, even though police had a suspect in plain sight, William Marshall, and the family groped for solving.
We will ultimately never get the answer to my pills. All my pills. All my pills.
We're probably never going to see any resolution in any kind of evidence.
Vitamin D.
Years back. There were other cases to solve, new priorities, of course. And for Detective Lancaster, the time cases that stay with you after you
Prednisone.
This was one of them. The Hoynes family struggled to move on without their
I'm still taking prednisone.
marriage.
Why?
Children. But
Oh my goodness. This is aspirin. Damn it, I thought I was taking prednisone and aspirin.
Absolutely.
And then, a decade after Robin's murder,
Our dad committed suicide. And it was devastating. It's true, he had a terminal illness. He was dying of emphysema. But honestly, he was dying of grief.
Bruce was just 61. By 2003, the Robin Hoynes murder case was as cold as they come. 19 Halloweens old, buried in the basement of the Torrance Police Department, forgotten. But that year, the department started reviewing unsolved murders, and the Hoynes case had an aggressive deputy DA named John Lewin, who took special pleasure in cracking unsolved cases.
This is my favorite thing to do. If I won $3 billion tomorrow, I'd be coming to work because I'm doing what I love.
And when Lewin read about the original suspect, William Marshall,
my response was, wow, there's no question this guy did it. I mean, there is just no doubt whatsoever.
But did he have enough to prove it? The job of finding some new evidence fell to a detective with an unusual pedigree, Jim Wallace.
I was in architecture school for a while. I tried design. I got a bachelor's degree in design.
Odd combination, but actually it helps, said Detective Wallace.
A lot of these cases, this case in particular, are very visual. And I'm inclined that way. I see the kind of structure of the space, the crime scene, and every time the crime scene sticks out to me a little more.
So Wallace looked at the photos and the fragments of evidence still preserved.
I'm huge!
And I said, wow, the anomaly in the room is right here. If I call it this, I can put the whole thing together.
The anomaly. Well, that would be the puzzling piece of evidence which haunted investigators for almost 2 decades. That odd, oblong hunk of foam.
I knew that it was either going to come from Robin, the victim, or it's going to come from the suspect in the case. And once I was comfortable that this didn't come from his purse, it didn't come from Robin's clothing, it's not part of Kentucky Fried Chicken's restaurant, it doesn't belong there.
Which left only one other possibility. The murderer. Wallace forwarded his pictures of the one suspect, Marshall, when he was pulled over by the cops a few weeks after Robin's murder. And suddenly, a light went on.
He's wearing his clothing, and he's got a pair of work boots. And his work boots, sure enough, I can see just enough from the pants being hiked up that I think, oh, I wonder if these are the kind of work boots that have that. Could be.
Could it be the phone? Wallace rushed down to the evidence storage room and searched for the box with William Marshall's boots inside. And After 2 decades, they were still there, in a plastic container, intact.
And sure enough, when I pulled them out, one of the boots had the brown casing for that part of the boot. It was so worn that the foam was missing from the casing. Come on. And when I'm sitting there looking at that shoe, there was a tingle, for sure, up the back of my neck.
Wallace thought he had hit the jackpot. The foam from the KFC appeared to match the remaining foam in William Marshall's boot. Even curvature looked identical. That foam, he thought, must have fallen from Marshall's boot right at the scene of the murder. Wallace rushed the news to Assistant DA John.
I could have looked at that foam for 6 years, those shoes, and I never would have put that together, ever. But, you know, Jim, and then we took it to the FBI.
The FBI crime lab in Virginia, where the foam from Marshall's boot and the foam from the KFC would be compared to confirm they matched. It was obvious to the detective that they did. The test really was just a legal routine. No problem.
I can remember getting the call from the FBI, and the patient was, she's going to tell us I have a match.
And it was like a needle going through a balloon. There was a problem.
She was not willing to say, I can't be certain this is the same from the same shoe, because let's face it, one's got phthalates and one doesn't.
Phthalates? What in the world are those? For one thing, they were certainly trouble for the case against William Marshall. Phthalates are substances used in plastics to make them more flexible and durable, in everything from plastic bags to containers. If that chemical turned up in the foam of Marshall's boots, but in the foam of the crime scene, wouldn't that exclude Marshall as a suspect? The detective protested that phthalates must have gotten into the boots because they'd been stored in a plastic container all those years. But to the scientist, facts are facts. All she could say was those two
Jesus help me.
did not share the same chemical signature.
To hear her say that no, one's got phthalates and one doesn't, so I think it must want to explain this, I'd have to exclude it. I gotta tell you, it was devastating.
Not your best day.
Not the best day. Because it really wasn't the piece that we needed, something more than we had from 1984. And without the connection to that boot, I don't think we really had a case.
Coming up, investigators make one last-ditch effort to talk to their suspect. They track him down here, leading a surprising life. When Dateline continues.
Find your new job with USA Job TV. We know you have unique ambitions. Synchrony is here to help you achieve them. We're hiring call center representatives today. Benefits like tuition reimbursement, medical coverage for your whole family, and work that doesn't feel like it. Apply at syfcareers.com or text SYF6 to 90206. See all Synchrony positions at usajobtv.com.
It's something I've done every night since I was a kid. Empty my pocket change into this old job.
It's beautiful out. We gotta go. We gotta go. Let's go.
With my spare change.
Neither did I. Until I saw
We got to go.
Colonial Penn program.
Woo!
Imagine people are.
If you're 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance life insurance through the Colonial Penn program for less than 35 cents a day. Just $9.95.
I don't want to turn this off.
Medical exam and no health.
I don't want to pack up either.
You know, the average cost of a funeral is over $8,300. Now that's a big burden.
I don't want to leave before you know who,
To that credit
because
final medical bills.
I don't want them in
Plenty
here.
of reasons to call for free information about this valuable coverage. It's easy and affordable to help.
Well, the thing came unplugged. I'll just do it. I'll just unplug it and take it with us.
Never goes
We'll
up,
just.
and your benefit never goes down due to age. Plus, your coverage builds cash
Oh my
value over
God!
time.
Please help me.
Money you can borrow.
Sorry,
against. So don't
sorry. I gotta get the
call
computer
now for free
case.
information.
Sorry, I need it. Sorry, I need it.
All I did was make a phone call. And all
Good
of my
boy.
questions about the Colonial Penn program were answered.
It couldn't have been any easier.
I know.
And we both got the
He would be laying on it.
that for years.
With change.
Mhm.
Alex Trebek is a compensated endorser.
Okay.
Call 1-800
Compensated endorser.
for free information about this.
I don't really need that. Don't really need that.
Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. There's no risk.
We won't get hung. Okay. Thanks for tuning. Bye.
Call now. Ornstein, Nicholson, and Blumenthal has